make it perfectly clear that this is not a case of bioterrorism. No such agents exist in the arsenal of any nation or known terrorist group. He also wants to stress the need for calm and respect for law and order. The quicker people can get off the streets and into their homes, the quicker the appropriate federal and state agencies can reach these troubled areas. Although a further call-up of reservists is on the table, our current overseas military assets will remain in place to reassure our allies that this is a minor, containable situation that we expect to see fully resolved in 24 hours or less.
Again, that was Press Secretary William Kaplan's first official statement from the White House a little over 30 minutes ago, stressing calm and what he assures us is a fully containable situation. The human mouth is full of millions and millions of germs, and most people don't practice to identify germs. So naturally, any bite is going to become infected, no matter from whom. These people don't have some sort of hoodoo.
Yes, but Dr. Collar,
Look, David, what you fail to realize is that most of these so-called experts are looking in the wrong direction. The problem is not chemical or biological, it's psychological. What we're witnessing here is the spontaneous combustion of a pent-up rage fueled by frustration over a pressurized society. It's the snap postal worker on a national level.
well, how can you explain that
Look, in my new book, USA Bomb.
Look, I'm sorry, we have to cut away right now. I'm just being
explained-
informed that both Istanbul and New Delhi are reporting sporadic outbreaks of violence, similar to those here at home. Clearly, this is no longer an American. What? We're just getting a picture from our BBC correspondent. Over to Trevor Hanna in London. Trevor?
We're in Notting Hill, a part of London. Who knows if this report will ever be transmitted? Communication is at best limited. The city, it seems, is being overrun with man-eating creatures and... Run!
Like most stations, we're experiencing technical problems with our satellite connection. But we'll try to follow the situation and bring you up-to-date information from the other side of the globe as it comes. We now have word on the situation in New York. All bridges and tunnels to Manhattan are being destroyed, and a barrier of Coast Guard craft is taking up position around the island. We don't know, however, if this is to keep people from getting in or getting out. We could have footage of New York Port. State and local authorities are urging communities to form clean and sweep teams. Now go live to Monroeville, just outside of Pittsburgh, where one of these sweeps is currently underway.
Sandy, come on! Put another round in that woman over there. She's a twitcher. Twitcher. You get the twitchers to shoot them, they go down, they keep moving, we can't tell if they're dead or not. Dead? Dead. You got a lot of them from there. You know what the bad part is? I know some of these. I know some of these people that we're putting down. What are you gonna do? Have to pick on. One of these guys was a real estate agent that told me my house. He's over there. I guess he's over there now. That woman right there? I think I did her.
We have some startling information from Fran Parker, live at the Hammond County Medical Examiner's Office.
Fran, what I'm about to show you is one of the most horrific. Stand back, and I told you. Please keep your distance. You can see how dangerous it is. No person has survived this disease. And I can assure you that every victim that has come into this hospital has turned out just like this. They died on the table. What has happened though, is that they have actually come back from the dead.
So you're telling me this man has come back to life?
I know it sounds absolutely impossible, but what we're talking about here is reanimation, but of dead matter.
Look at this one. I've seen an autopsy too.
during the whole autopsy, he never stopped moving. So they took out his heart and half his digestive tract. What I'm trying to tell you is, the dead are walking. That's all I can say.
Well, how are people supposed to protect themselves, Doctor?
This is the most contagious disease I've ever seen. What I would say, and I'm warning you, everybody, do not come in contact with any of these zombies.
And there you have it, David. The dead are alive, and there's no cure, and there's no explanation, and there's no nothing. Oh my God! David, cut away! Cut away! Get away from him! Get away!
Yes, in that the circulatory, respiratory, and other vital functions terminated, these subjects are technically deceased. Please just let me get through this and then I'll take questions. The infection is spread through direct fluidic contact. It must enter through the bloodstream through an open wound. Infection duration depends on the size of the wound and its proximity to a major blood vessel. Reanimation will occur no later than 1 to 5 minutes after the victim's primary life functions have expired. Once reanimation has occurred, the subject will respond with immediate homicidal aggression.
It's clearly a shocking development unfolding. You're going to want to keep it locked in here and stay with us all night.
Are we transmitting? Are we transmitting? Point the camera at me. Point it at me. Just roll. Okay, things are out of control down below. The city of Los Angeles is like a war zone. These creatures, these zombies, or whatever the hell they are swarming the city. People are dying in the streets by the thousands. And the freeways, right now the freeways are hopelessly clogged. There is no way out of the city. We had to come up here to the Hollywood Hills just to find some refuge. I think we're safe for the moment, but I'm not going to stay long. Right now, the LAPD has pulled out of South Central Los Angeles entirely and is trying to form a defensive perimeter around Beverly Hills. But I don't know how they're going to stop these things. If you're hearing me, stay away from Los Angeles. The city is out of control. The city is lost. Avoid Los Angeles at all costs.
I'm sorry, we had to cut away. We need to go now live to the White House press room for an emergency military briefing.
State of emergency has been declared in the United States of America, including all overseas dependencies and the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico. We face, for reasons yet to be determined, the bodies of police who deceased and returned to life in the act of religion. The scope of this epidemic is now reaching global proportions. The President has sent to Congress a package of initiatives to be explained by the Secretary of Defense, Mr. Martin Emery. Mr. Secretary.
As of 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the President has declared the continental United States under martial law. A nationwide curfew of 7 p.m. tonight has been put into effect, and any citizen caught outdoors between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. is subject to arrest and detention without counsel. All reserve military personnel and National Guard are ordered to report for immediate deployment. All law enforcement, firefighting, and emergency personnel will be federalized effective immediately. All communication facilities, including the use of landline and cellular telephone facilities, will be reserved for military and rescue operations. In order to halt the spread of this contagion, our nation's borders to Canada and Mexico have been sealed. No longer seek shelter in private residences, no matter how safely protected or well stocked. Retain all ownership records of private property, but do not attempt to transport or defend said property. Rest assured, looters will be prosecuted with deadly force, as will any attempts at vigilantism or secessionist political activity. No question.
That was the Secretary of Defense with the announcement that the dead are somehow coming back to life. And I've got Do we have those rescue stations yet? Well, 5 then, please. I need those rescue stations. Fine. You know what? Fine. I'll get them. Current estimates in the U.S. puts the number of dead at over 10 million. But this is, many would consider, a wildly conservative estimate. Regarding the entire world, I can't even begin to give you a number.